I'm striving to get rich. That's why I almost went 2 years without buying shoes and fits. Things change now. My mom hearing me wear my music and she look a little proud.
Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have slid the past 3 games with 3 straight losses after starting the season 11-0. Today's video, we're going to talk about what is going wrong with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But before I dive into this video, make sure you guys are staying safe. I know it's a lot going on out here, and I just want to make sure you guys stay safe. And also, about 60 to 70% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you fit into that category, go ahead right now, click that subscribe button, and also click the notification bell so you won't miss a video. And leave this video a like, because that helps us beat the YouTube algorithm and reach a broader audience. But enough with all that said. Without further ado, let's dive into it.
I'm striving to get rich. That's why I almost went 2 years without buying shoes and fits. Things change now. My mom hearing me wear my music and she look a little proud.
Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on the early part of the season for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They did come out as one of the hotter teams in football, starting 11-0, led by Big Ben, who is back now from an elbow surgery that caused him to miss majority of last season. They've added rookie Chase Claypool, who is looking like an absolute stud in his rookie season. Deontay Johnson has been playing well. JuJu Smith-Schuster has been playing well. James Conner, Benny Snell have been really factors in the running game through the first part of the season. And then you flip over to the Pittsburgh Steelers defensively. You have guys like Minkah Fitzpatrick, who's been all over the field. TJ Watt, who's been all over the field. But Dupree has been playing well, and Hayward has been playing some really good football along with Haden. So this Pittsburgh Steelers team to start off the year was looking like almost a team that could possibly make a run for the undefeated season. It looked like the team that could possibly be that 1 seed and have that first round bye as the playoff format has changed. The last 3 weeks of the Pittsburgh Steelers have been an absolute slide, losing to Washington football team in week 13. Then right after that, they lost to the Buffalo Bills on Sunday night in week 14. And just this past week, they took a huge loss to the Cincinnati Bengals on the road on Monday night. And this Pittsburgh Steelers team have been drastically different from the first 11 games to the past 3 games. And to be 100% honest, some telltale signs of that slide began in the Week 12 contest against the Baltimore Ravens, the game that was delayed so much by COVID. Some of the signs of the Pittsburgh downfall really started to show up in that game. They really struggled to run the ball. They didn't really throw the ball very well. They turned the ball over a couple of times during that game. And during the course of that game, you can see some writing might have been on the wall as far as the Pittsburgh Steelers slide. And the main reason I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers have slid these past couple of games, because they have absolutely struggled to run the football. They have 21 rushing yards against the Washington football team in their first loss of the year, 47 rushing yards against the Buffalo Bills in week 14, and they had 86 rushing yards against the Cincinnati Bengals, who's not a really good defensive team, just this past Monday night. This team has struggled to run the ball, and they've also turned the ball over 6 total times in the course of the last 3 games, including 3 full turnovers against the Cincinnati Bengals in week 15 this past Monday. A lot of it, I think, is offensive struggles. They really struggle to throw the ball down the field. Big Ben is starting to regress a bit, and there could be questions as to if that elbow injury from last year has taken some effect on them, especially their inability to push the ball down the field despite having receivers that can get down the field. The Pittsburgh Steelers offense has been predicated by the short passing game and really has been fueled by a real strong running game. When the first 5 weeks of the season, the Pittsburgh Steelers as a team had rushed for over 100 yards in each of their first 5 contests. After that, the running game took a real struggle. 94 yards against the Tennessee Titans is nothing to sleep on, because the Tennessee Titans are a good football team. But the running game after that game has been a real dud, to say the least, for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're talking about a Pittsburgh Steelers team who's on the short passing game and the running game is their real effectiveness. Week 8 against Baltimore, they only had 48 rushing yards. Week 9 against the Dallas Cowboys, 46. Week 10 against the Cincinnati Bengals, 44. They did have 106 against the Jaguars, but the Jaguars, they're not even in discussion for a good football team. The Baltimore Ravens is 68, and then the other ones I mentioned, 21, 47, and 86. So when you struggle to run the ball and you struggle to pass the ball deep down the field, it makes it very, very easy for teams to defend you because they can play closer to the line of scrimmage. They don't have to worry about you taking so much of a deep shot down the field. They can just get the short routes covered and really stop the running game, and that'll be about it. Because the Pittsburgh Steelers are a team that needs to run the football to have their defense, who's one of the better defenses in the league, led by TJ Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick. They have to have that defense fresh, and in order for them to have a fresh defense, the Pittsburgh Steelers have to run the football more effectively. The offensive line for the Pittsburgh Steelers has not been very good these past couple of weeks. They've struggled in pass pro. They've really struggled in blocking for the run, and it's been an overall mess for the Pittsburgh Steelers offensively the past couple of weeks. And not only to add to the struggles, they have been really, really bad at catching the football with a ton of drops in these past couple of games. So when you look at all of the Pittsburgh Steelers struggles the past couple of weeks, it has mainly been on the offensive side of the football. And even just this past Monday night against the Cincinnati Bengals, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense played really well, only holding the Bengals to 230 total yards of offense. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense did struggle against the run the last 2 weeks, letting up 152 rushing yards against the Cincinnati Bengals and 104 against the Buffalo Bills. But they did play really well in the passing game with 78 passing yards, but you can attribute that for the Bengals having a third string quarterback on the field. So when you talk about they're tired of the Pittsburgh Steelers struggle, I really honestly think is more offensively because the offensive line has struggled and the defense has been put in bad spots because they've turned the ball over and they haven't been able to move the football on a consistent basis. Now, one thing that you can point to the defensive side of the ball is the loss of Bud Dupree, who went down with the torn ACL just against the Baltimore Ravens. Bud Dupree and TJ Watt were probably the best pass rush duo that you had in the NFL. So losing a guy like Bud Dupree does hurt you on the defensive side of the ball because of his production as far as the run game goes and also his production in the pass rush game. Now, a lot of the factors that attribute to the Pittsburgh Steelers struggle, I feel it more offensively because teams are able to take advantage of them as far as taking the football away from them, as far as taking away the short passing game, which is their strength, and really dominating the line of scrimmage and taking away the run game. A lot of those signs, like I said, were starting in the Baltimore Ravens game in week 12, but Baltimore offensively, with so many of their key guys out due to COVID, were unable to capitalize on those situations that they really put the Steelers in, and they had themselves good field position. They had themselves really, really good drives, but they weren't able to capitalize on the Steelers' mistakes because of so many guys being out, and they were short-handed tremendously. So a lot of the signs started in that game, in my opinion. It's just teams really followed that blueprint of stopping the short passing game and slowing down a run and forcing the Steelers to really throw the ball deep down the field, in which they have been truly unable to do. I still believe in this defense. I still believe the defense is very good, but the real problem about the Pittsburgh Steelers in this slide, it has all to do with the offensive side of the ball. But that's all I have for you guys. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you guys think is the real issue of the Pittsburgh Steelers slide the past 3 weeks? Leave this video a like so we can help beat the YouTube algorithm and reach more of a broader audience. If you reach this point and you are not subscribed, go ahead right now, click that subscribe button, and also click the notification bell so you will not miss a single upload. But That's all I've got. APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great and excellent day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.